we want to look at a limiting reactant problem that goes into a little bit more detail after we figure out what the limiting reactant is. So I'm given this equation and I'm given this question about the maximum amount of ammonia that I can synthesize from nitrogen and hydrogen. So again, I'm going to go ahead and label what I know. And what I'm looking for. So that just gives me a visualization of what it is that I want to do. So the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to convert the grams of H2 into grams of NH3. And then you're going to have to convert the grams of nitrogen into grams of ammonia. So why don't you try that and check your answer. When you finish everything, this is what you should obtain. Now, which one is the limiting reactant? Well, this one right here is smaller, and we need 3 significant figures, so we know that we have 30.7 grams of NH3. Now, what did we start with? We started with the N2, so N2 is the limiting reactant. Now that I have obtained that, how do I find out how much of the excess reactant is left after the reaction is complete? Well, which one was the excess? The excess was this one right up here, right? So I need to find out what this one is right here, the N2, that's the one that was limiting, in terms of H2. So you're going to take the 25.2 grams, and just think of it, whichever one is the limiting, you're always going to convert it to the other quantity in the reactant. So try that first. When you converted your limiting reactant to the other reactant, you should have obtained 5.45 grams of H2. So now what are you going to do with that? Well, if you want to know how much remains, how much did we start with? Well, we started with 8.42 and we used up 5.45, so that tells us that we had 2.97 grams of H2 remain.